Welcome back to Cityline. You know, it's been such a good summer so far. I feel like it's just missing one thing. Colin and Justin! Come in here!
Good morning!
It's not really summer without you two. And you've been all over the place. You've been in Australia. You've been really experiencing the world, and I've been experiencing it through your Instagram, which is awesome. So what did you learn in Australia?
Do you know, it's interesting. At the moment, the world's a tiny place because travel's become much less expensive, and there are so many ways that you can really kind of see around. Australia and Canada have so much in common, obviously Commonwealth, and we fitted in really well. We love the fact that Australians really love to relax, and it's all about the home, and it's all about entertaining at home. So that's why we've been inspired with what we've done today.
Okay, so this is, I took a look at this and I thought this is not like the bar I grew up with in the 70s with the leather rim and it's really chunky and clunky. This is very sleek. There's something very masculine about it, but I think the women are welcome too.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is space for everybody.
You know, this is our kind of like move over man cave.
Yeah.
You know, let's have a sophisticated bar setup at home, you know, and let's actually give it a bit of design integrity. Now, if you've got a spare room, we hate that word, spare room, you know, the idea that you've got a room that you don't use, why not use it for something fun like this, something that will really enhance your life? And you know, sometimes when you're in like HomeSense, you know, we were shopping in HomeSense and you find a hero piece like this. Something really out of the ordinary, like a beautiful bar, and you think, I have to have that, and I have to have a bar at home, and then everything just comes after that.
This is, it's nice to use a piece of real furniture
to
make your bar. Rather than building something custom, this is the way to do it because it's got personality.
Yeah, it's got bags and bags of personality. It's really solid. It's really well constructed. Lots of dovetailing. When we're buying our furniture, we're always looking for really good construction, stuff that's going to last, because we don't want to be so faddish that you've invested in something that you then have to get rid of. This has got a gorgeous, solid granite top, but it's actually made up of composite sections of granite which have been molded together, which means the manufacture of it is substantially less expensive, so you as a shopper get those benefits. Bags and bags of storage. What I love is this real kind of kickback to days gone by, this lovely foot rail at the bottom there.
Nice.
That's the kind of thing you'd have found in any of the bars in Ontario or all over Canada for that matter. And I love the panelling. And what we've also done here is we've had a little exercise in mixing metals, and for the longest time we get really concerned about mixing them. Should we do it? Shouldn't we do it? Well, we say phooey. Do what you want. So we've got
What did we say?
We say phooey.
Just
we've got
do it.
Copper, we've got burnished aluminium, we've got high gloss nickel aluminium polished, we've got touches of gold. And I think that liberation that comes from the way that we can style our homes now is what gives our design that extra edge.
I think it's nice because it's all inclusive. Everybody could go in and throw together whatever styles you want. I mean, you have to edit as well. Don't do everything at once, but you can have some fun. The rules have basically been thrown out. Now, the stools I think are really important with a bar. You have to do the tushy test with the stools. Have a seat.
Put your tush on it. Let's have a little
Let's see if this works.
Well, the great thing about these is if you do your tushy test...
First of all, it fits my tush.
Mine too.
So I like that.
Exactly. Could you do some light polishing for me?
No problem. It's going to be fresh.
Well,
these are good. And they've got a back on it so you can hang out for a long time,
exactly. You know, you can have a couple of glasses of wine and you know you're going to be supported and you're not going to drop off. You know, don't you find that? Those backless stools, I'm always like, what happened?
I mean, HomeSense, I mean, it's no coincidence that the HomeSense stuff is so on trend because the buyers with that company, HomeSense, Marshalls and Winners, they travel the world making sure they're completely on trend. We mentioned Australia earlier on. They're all about the cocktail culture. They love bars. I want to show you this. Everything you see here is from HomeSense. It's one of their new collections.
All of these?
All of these. We're going to talk to those in a second, but let me show you this. Is this ever the cutest cocktail shaker?
That's a cocktail shaker?
Yeah, can you believe it? The top part comes off. The body of the airplane, right?
I love
you unscrew that, and we're going to be showing you later on one of our favourite cocktails, the Old Fashioned. And we'll tell you how to make that. This is a simple cocktail maker. You pop your ingredients in there, pop that on, you shake it up, you pour your friends something delicious, and when you're done, you pop that lovely 1920s inspired nickel polished airplane back as your centerpiece on display.
It becomes a part of your decor again. Okay, does making cocktails, is that intimidating for you at all?
Not at all. You know, I think it's one of those things where you have fun with it.
Yeah.
You know, there's loads of books out there, and it's great to actually follow a set of rules, I think.
Right.
But then you got to go, okay, some people like a little bit more of this, a little bit of that. You know, I'm a bourbon boy, but I always like a little extra dash here and there. You know, I can't taste it. It's weird. I'm kind of immune. You know, so I think you got to do it to taste. And stuff like that, it's all about getting the fun into it as well, you know.
Right.
But then you can imagine if you were a serious kind of like cocktail gal, serious dude, you could do something really clever in a space like this. You know, there's plenty of storage underneath for bottles and stuff.
Yeah.
And I actually think this could be the stage for magnificence.
I like the idea of that.
I love that. I always feel like I'm at a grown-up party when someone is offering me a cocktail. There's just something very sophisticated about it. So it's worth going through the recipes.
I think it is.
And figuring out how to do a few.
Yeah,
It's
and
always
I think we no longer
pleaser.
call ourselves just makers of cocktails. We're all baristas or mixologists and
That's
stuff.
right. We are
And what we
connoisseurs.
are indeed.
this
We are
game.
indeed.
It's the same way you do with design, isn't it? I mean, it's almost like this is a cocktail.
Yeah.
You know, you take a little pinch of this, a little dash of that. You know, I love the wallpaper here, this kind of mock crocs from Graham and Brown, and it's got a great
cool.
texture. Look at that, you have a good feel at that. It just feels really luxurious. You've got that slightly kind of dim the lights, cocktail bar vibe going. Amazing.
And
I like
obviously
it.
all the old lovely signs as well. These are new production, but they're made to look as if they've come from a different era.
Vintage.
And for simple purposes, they're all battery operated. I don't know if you can see in the studio lights.
I see
Tiny
that.
little illuminated spots just to give it a bit of extra sparkle. All
Very
from
cool.
HomeSense.
See, I would trust you too to make me a cocktail because I would trust you to make a space like this.
Well, I would also
They can
put
do
a
a good
quadruple
drink.
measure in that drink for you, Tracy. Because I like a good soak, I'm not going to lie.
Well, if you want to recreate this space for the man or woman in your life, we're going to get you started with a HomeSense gift card. All of you are taking one home. Enjoy.